Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 119 on the 25th of April, Oscar night. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
And it's Oscar night. Happy Oscar night, Jody.
Very exciting.
We're all keen to see the Grouch himself on stage.
Yep.
Wait, no. I'm being told that's the wrong Oscar. It's Oscars.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Do you know how the Oscars got the name?
Apparently, if you don't turn up to the event, you don't win a prize.
I have a plane to catch, Phil Collins style. Do you know how Oscars got their name?
No.
Bette Midler won the award for Best Actress, and she said, "Oh, this looks like my husband Oscar."
Is that right?
It's a true story.
Fun fact.
Fact of the day. There you go. If that's not worth sticking around for and smashing the old like button and share and subscribing as well for timely reminders of when we throw up content, like tomorrow night. Actually, point of order tomorrow night. I'm going to be a little bit late, so I'm going to push off our reaction video to the finale of Falcon and the Winter Soldier to 10:30, if that's okay. I know I'm kind of throwing the wrench in the span and all that kind of stuff, but unfortunately I'm working late tomorrow, and I can't really get out of it. So,
well, we're not angry. We're just disappointed.
Clearly, I know. Oh no, I understand that. I understand.
So you said that Bette Midler's husband looks like a gold naked man, then,
with a big sword.
With a big sword. That way, he's painted himself gold. And
I don't know.
To a big sword.
And faceless as well.
That's odd, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
An odd thing to say.
It's a weird thing.
Aye. Unless she was married to C-3PO, then I could understand it. But
it's very true. Yeah. Okay. We went through our Oscar predictions last week. Do you think they're any good?
Well, I don't know.
Confident in them, are you?
Well, I've since watched. I've watched the Sound of Metal movie, and I've started watching Mank. I got 20 minutes in, and I was like, well, I don't know what's going on. I don't understand what's going on.
I gave up on it. I was 10 minutes into it, and I'm like,
I found it a bit backslappy. But anyway, I'll talk about that later. You know, Hollywood backslappy. But.
Yeah. I was playing catch up this week with movies. I watched. Well, in fact, I haven't finished one. This week has been a bit crazy for me, work wise.
Let's go into
so I'm not able to do that. Anyway, before we do any of that stuff, what we need to do is we need to talk about the news.
That's right.
Did you know there's a camp? I'm going to start with maybe I shouldn't bury the lead here. Let's not bury the lead. Let's just talk about this before we talk about anything else. PS4 battery woes. Do you want to talk about this? This is something that you brought.
Aye, well, I was watching a YouTube video, Spawnwave. He brought this up, and it's basically there you go, the PS4 clock battery. If that battery runs out, then there's something about the tech that will not let you play games on it.
So, okay. So it says everyone. Sorry, you go. Sorry.
Well, I don't know what the problem is, to be honest with you. But once that battery goes, and see, he tried it. He took the battery out basically, and he put in a game that didn't have any network capability. You know, it wasn't an online game. It was just a straight kind of game. It was Shadows of the Colossus, I think he played. It was a one player, no network required. He took the battery out and it would not play. It didn't play right enough.
That's interesting.
And basically, so the PS4 is not, in 25 years' time, you know, you won't be able to use it as a the retro, PS4. You can't use it.
I wonder if they've done it. So this is This says this tweet is unavailable when I click on this picture, which is interesting.
It says it kind of describes it. I was looking for that article. See the first paragraph. It kind of describes it kind of pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Is it Game Radar? We got that from
Game Rant.
Yeah.
It's no Y2K, but the PS4. I'm reading it in case people are watching this in the podcast. It's no Y2K, but the PS4 clock battery problem is about as close to a hypothetical dystopian future it can possibly get at this point. Well, this guy's been crowned king of hyperbole. I mean, not that not like the start of I Am Legend, which apparently they're making an I Am Legend 2. The issue, the result of an oversight in the PS4's firmware, could render all physical and digital games unplayable in the distant future. I'm sure somebody's going to come up with a hack like that. Modern vintage gamer guy, he'll be all over this like a rash. I would have thought.
Unloadable, not even unplayable. Unloadable.
But unless you have a connection,
comes up.
Unless you have an internet connection. Because he says further down, it says. It renders all PS4 digital files unusable without a server reconnection, and in PS4 it also kills disk playback. Oh, there you go then.
Well, I don't know if they've done it on purpose, because you can, if you get a PS5, then you're fine. You can continue with your old games and everything's cool. I don't know if they've done it on purpose or what. Not sure.
Yeah.
Don't know.
There's
not something I'm looking.
We've got that delay thing going.
It's not something Sony It's not something that Sony are going to fix anytime soon. There, I got there in the end.
Sony are never going to fix this. It's in their best interest for you to buy new consoles.
Yeah. Exactly.
So they're not going to fix it. And they're not going to fix it. They're going to fix it. They're not going to fix it. They're going to fix it. They're not going to fix it.
Have they done it on purpose?
I won't tell. I don't know. Probably. Do you know that they inbuilt a random number generator in one of the consoles? I think it was PS2, PS3. And the random number generator was supposed to generate a random number, which is what they do.
Funnily enough.
They hadn't coded that part in, so the software always returned 4. Not so much random number generator, and more as return 4.
A number 4 generator.
Yeah. So someone figured it out when they were trying to hack something. They figured out that the number 4 was there.
I'm just taking my socks off. Sorry.
That's disgusting.
I'll tell you.
So there was a. So yeah, that sucks if you get a PS4 and you thought you were going to live forever on PS4. So can you replace the battery? So replacing the battery, does that work?
I don't think it's as simple as that. If you scroll down that it does talk about replacing the battery, but I think you get Sony to replace the battery or something. I don't know. But Spawnwave, he actually took the battery out, to test that.
Okay, I don't know. This feels like a bit of a kind of nothing burger, because he says once the battery dies, players can easily replace the battery. I'm assuming it's like a PS, like there's a battery inside every PC.
Yeah.
Which is a CR2032.
It looks like a little.
Yeah, it's a 20.
Like a little 10 pence, 20 pence piece.
It's a CR2032 battery. CR2032. It's one of these batteries. Let me share the screen. I don't know what website this is, but anyway, it's one of these batteries here. It's just a lithium cell CR2032, which stands for I think it's 32 millimeters and then 20 millimeters, and I can't remember what it stands for, but it's like to do with the size of it. Anyway, it's one of these batteries, and he's saying down here that you can easily replace the battery, though it must be authenticated by Sony servers before enabling players enabling users to play the games. So if they turn off the servers, which they were trying to do with the PS Now store on Vita, then you've had it. But if they keep the servers up, you should be fine.
Yeah.
You know what? If you're in any doubt and you want this to keep continuing, maybe what you do is you just replace the PS4's battery now, and then that way you've got a longer amount of time with it once it powers off. I don't know.
Yeah, but you need to get into the guts of it to do it.
Yeah, you need to start ripping plastic off it.
People don't want to do that.
No, not everyone wants to do it. Not everyone is Ben Heck. So.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Good news. There's a new Mortal Kombat trailer. A red band trailer.
Are you meaning the first 7 minutes of the movie?
No, I haven't. No, it's 2.5 minutes of a trailer I watched. Clearly, I'm not going to put anything to do with Mortal Kombat up in here.
No.
Warners, we're looking at you.
Well, I watched.
I can't even put an image up
of it. I watched the first 7 minutes of it, and it was actually first 7 minutes is really good.
Yeah.
And I've since watched about half an hour, maybe an hour of it, and it doesn't get better than that 7 minutes. That 7 minutes is the best part of the movie.
That's not good
for me.
So
first 7 minutes is brilliant.
I don't have any interest in it, to be honest. I don't. Meh.
No, I wasn't a big Mortal Kombat fan. Really, not really.
We used to watch this TV show back in the day. No, not you and me. Me and Anna used to watch it.
All right.
Because it's a kind of bit of fantasy, and Anna likes that stuff.
TV show.
I'm not a big fan of it. But yeah, it was okay. It wasn't bloody or anything like that. There was a movie as well with Christophe Lambert in it as well. He played the guy with the big hat and the white robes. Gaiden, not Gaia.
Jumbo.
Whatever his name was. Yeah. Me. I'm not showing any screenshots at all from Mortal Kombat because, like I said, Warner Brothers hates us and they'll just do a copyright strike. I can throw up as much Disney stuff as I want, but as soon as you put Warner Brothers up, that's it. It's game over. There's a campaign just now, talking to Disney. There's a campaign to bring back Tony Stark.
Oh.
Yes, there's a billboard that somebody's put up in Hollywood. Well, okay, maybe Hollywood's a bit of a stretch, but they put it up in LA, and it's asking, go away. It's asking Marvel to bring back Tony Stark. So there you go. New billboard has been put up by fans in Los Angeles. Asked Marvel Studios to bring back Iron Man, and for our beloved hero, please bring back Tony Stark. # bring back Tony Stark to life. And then there's a date underneath it, which is the 24th of April. Or as people in the UK are like, the 4th of the 24th. There's not 24 months. But that was a day ago, so I don't know what happened. So
do they mean bring back Robert Downey Jr. or do they mean bring back Tony Stark? Yeah. Both.
They want Robert Downey Jr. back, and so he said, I think this is from the Hindustan Times. I'm assuming this is a quote that he came up with, several months ago. Playing Tony Stark Iron Man was hard, and I dug deep. I had an incredible 10-year run that was creatively satisfying. I've done all I could with that character and can do other things now. Now being middle-aged, you start looking looking at the back nine and realize this is all part of the journey and things end. I am fortunate and eternally grateful to have wound up where I have.
So he did Doolittle.
So immediately afterwards, he did a really bad Welsh accent. Yeah. Although he is playing London's favorite detective next, I believe.
What, again?
Yeah.
A third movie?
Third movie.
They were good films.
They were good films, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
You know who played Professor James Moriarty?
Mark Strong.
No.
Was it?
No.
Who was it?
No, friend of the show. Jared Harris.
So it was. You're right.
Yeah.
Our pal.
Yep. So yeah.
So Jared. Hi there.
And then Elon Musk is gonna play is gonna be on SNL next month.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus is gonna be the musical guest, and he's gonna be the host. Surprised they never got Grimes actually. So anyway, I'm assuming here's my prediction. There's gonna be sketches about Tesla cars, SpaceX, and Bitcoin.
Throwing bricks at Tesla cars, probably.
Throwing bricks at Tesla cars?
Yeah, did you ever see the clip where he was testing out the bulletproof car, the Tesla's car?
Oh, the truck.
The truck, yeah. And he got one of his guys to chuck a brick at it, this bulletproof car, and it went right through the window. And Elon Musk was like, "What?"
Yeah, so apparently they investigated, and apparently the reason. So this is if you buy one of those things, he hit it with a baseball bat to start with, and the window was down, and they reckon that the resonant frequency sounds like BS to me. The resonant frequency of the glass was reached, so that when they wound the window up to throw the breeze block through it, it just sailed right through it. Because it had already been weakened by the baseball bat. Garbage. I don't think that's true.
Well, what's a bullet going to do to it then?
Exactly. I mean, a bullet's very small, and also traveling a lot faster than some guy lobbing a cinder block at it.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's as far as we've got. That's all we've got for stories.
This is going to be a short show.
This is going to be a short show. We should start having fillers. But we've got a fair bit to talk about, I think, for what we watched, and we can go into depth about the finale of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I'm assuming you've watched.
Yep, watched that. Yeah. That
was.
Yeah.
What other things have you been watching?
Nicely done.
Thanks.
Well,
cheers.
Do you want to talk about Falcon Winter Soldier first, or
I think so. Yeah, let's talk about Falcon Winter Soldier first. What did you think? Did all your predictions come true? Were we right?
Well, I felt as if it was kind of all very neat and done like a wee bow, and hey, there you go. There's the finale.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean? I felt as if it was
one of these.
I felt as if there wasn't any great surprises in it or anything. No. It was just kind of, there you go. Oh.
By the way, this part of the show will contain spoilers, so I'm just telling you right now, we're going to spoil it for you.
Yeah.
I was not at all surprised by any of the things that happened at the end.
I was surprised at the beginning, though, how quickly we saw Falcon as Captain America. Straight away.
Yeah, it was almost like the first shot. Yeah, just straight through the window.
I thought that was going to be the last sort of thing, but straight in there with him. And I suppose we were kind of bookended with a kind of action sequence that we saw at the first episode, and then we were bookended with having a kind of nice action sequence in the last episode, although I think they did blow all the money in the first episode with that regard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got to see Captain John Walker as the agent. What do you call
US
him?
agent.
He's a
Yeah.
US
US agent.
Yep.
It's like the same, but black.
Yeah, and he's got the stars and he's got the stripes across his chest.
And he's got a black A instead of the white A that you had before.
So that's good. I'm glad he's
it's a nice
still
uniform. Yeah, I'm 100% glad that we're not losing John Walker, because I thought he was a great character. I like Julie Louis-Dreyfus was great
too.
again as Val. She comes in and she goes, "It's almost like I planned it myself." I didn't, but it's almost like I planned it myself. Or did I?
I know.
Things like that. She's fantastic. She's so good.
I actually thought John Walker might have got killed. I thought he might have got killed in this episode.
I thought that as well, because there was a bit in it where the truck was falling down, and I thought, oh, they're going to kill John Walker here.
Yeah,
they're going to kill him.
Think he was.
And I'm like, I like the best character. Like, and I don't mean that in a like I totally admire John Walker. I think the character himself is like a douchebag, but I think Wyatt Russell does a fantastic job of playing him. Like he just the character is interesting. It's like it's the same as Thanos. It's like, well, maybe Thanos is the evil bad guy, but he's a great antagonist, John Walker. And he's not all bad as well. He just has like anger issues, and there's still that thing he's got with his head, because he does that kind of twitchy thing still. And there's something not quite right there, and I don't know whether maybe it's PTSD. Maybe that's one of the storylines they're gonna talk about, because he has talked about combat, and then we don't talk about. He mentioned that we don't talk about that. About the other part of his service and I think it's tied to his Medal of Honor as well. The reason why he's got a Medal of Honor, because I think he did something that was dishonorable and he got a Medal of Honor for it, and I think that's what's playing with him as well. And I think that's part of the PTSD.
Yeah,
that would be my guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was good the way they tied everything up, and they even tied up the old super soldier.
Yeah, Isaiah
character.
Bradley.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Even got him to sort of change his mind about what it meant for Sam to have the Captain America moniker. Yeah. So it was good. And his speech was great, wasn't it? The
speech was fantastic. Yeah. You just have to be better.
Yeah, it was really, really good. Really good.
And the whole thing about he feels the weight of the mantle of Captain America, but not just because it's the mantle of Captain America. He feels it because of all the 500 years of struggles and just everything culminating in the fact he's able to wear this uniform. It was a really powerful speech. It was really, really nicely done. I loved it.
Yeah, it was really good.
I liked the speech, and that was a kind of moment. And then the bit at the end where the title came up, and it always said, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and it came up and it said Captain America and Winter Soldier. I was like, I thought that was really nice as well. Yeah, just right at the end, the start of the credits roll.
So there will be a season 2.
Will there?
Yeah, I think people are saying there's going to be a season 2. Yeah,
I heard there's going to be a Captain America 4 movie
with Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Sam.
No.
Yep.
A lot of folk were kind of expecting or hoping or both that old man Steve Rogers was going to pop up at some point.
Right.
Which would have been pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
At the end. Cool, but they didn't go down any of those routes, There
was a nice bit though, where Sam walks up and Bucky's there, and he goes, "Nice speech, Cap." And then they're saying something else, and he taps the back of his back, but not the back of his back. It's actually his shield, like he's saying, you chose right, Cap. This is the good guy. This is the man that should have taken it over. Because I'm pretty sure that he and Bucky had a conversation about who should be taking on the mantle next. Because I'm off.
Aye, well, Bucky said nice speech. I missed most of it because I was on the phone or something. And
You did
said something like that.
You were on your speech. Oh yeah. Sorry,
no,
yeah.
Bucky said that.
Yeah. Well, the reason why he was on his phone is because he was rounding up the flag smashers. Which, by the way, I think I predicted it, or at least I said something along the lines of they're going to become a nothing burger, and they were a nothing. Like maybe I said it to myself, but I'm like they just like
they're the worst villains we've had. I think
I made a comment about. Do you know who's a better villain? Trevor Slattery. He's the guy that plays the Mandarin, Ben Kingsley's character in Iron Man 3. And he turns out to be nothing like him. He's fantastic as him, though.
I love that.
Anyway, the whole Carly Morgenthau thing, I'm like, who is she? Like, what does she come? Like, what is she? Like, is she royal? Like, who? You know, she's not believable as someone who can like rally the troops, and it's like she's just this. She's just a kid.
Although she did say,
I didn't get anything. I still don't get anything from her, like other than like she's just a 16-year-old kid. It's like, okay,
I know, but she did say that even if we die, you know,
the movement doesn't die.
The movement won't die. There'll be people to come over, you know, to replace us, and so she, even though she was the kind of main figure that we saw, you know, didn't matter if it was her or if it was somebody else, kind of thing. The movement wouldn't die.
I think they need to figure out.
They were still pretty bad.
Yeah, like who chose her to lead? Like who was the one that said, okay, you should work with a power broker? Like, did the power broker take her under her wing? Did she like see or something in there? And like, what was the? How did she get this? Like, how did she get to the point where she was able to steal serum?
Well, we don't want to spin off.
Feels like she's like, no, we don't want to spin off. But she seems like a kind of like low level character. I don't know. I don't know. Just
it was really really enjoyable, and like I say, it just was a neat little ending.
Yeah,
and powerful stuff as well. Powerful stuff.
Oh no, I mean the whole Sam speech at the end there was really, really good. Like it was excellent.
It was brilliant.
Did you get the whole Carter thing as well?
I didn't actually. No.
She's either the power broker or she's the power broker's minion. It's like I feel like she is. I feel that she is the power broker though, but it's like
she is.
Okay.
She is, because the guy, the kind of, oh God, I don't know if he's Russian or whatever he was that stepped out of the shadows, and he actually says, "So you're the power broker?"
Oh, Anton. Yeah, the French guy. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Well, I was trying to keep it quiet, but anyway, it's like okay.
Don't say spoilers.
I mean, we kind of
we shouldn't really get into this. Yeah,
no, it's true.
Really get into it too deep because we're kind of.
We will be talking about it with James, and I'm sure he has more ideas.
Oh God,
as told to him by Faith.
Yes.
So we get all our information from Eric Voss. He gets his from Faith.
And fantastic memes from Faith.
Voss. Did I say Voss? Voss. Sorry, Eric. And Doug from Screen Crush.
Yeah. So it was great. Really enjoyed it. Our movie this Friday was Maze Runner 3.
The Running of the Maze.
Well, there's no mazes in it after
one, yeah.
And when it's a long film. It's like 2.25 hours, man. It's a long film. You know. Well, it is. It was a lot. Felt long. And we'd watched, you know, all three of them, and I was like to Danny, so which one did you like the best? The first one.
There you go.
We've wasted watching all three of these films, and you like the first one the best.
Well, the second one's the worst one because they do all that stuff and then they're like, should probably go back.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
The special effects are off the scale, though. I think in Maze Runner, I think fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, the kind of dystopian, everything's all destroyed, and
I haven't seen the third
stuff.
one. I haven't seen the third one yet, so I'm trying to see it.
There's a lot of Star Wars.
I'm trying to see it, but...
Star Wars kind of parallels. You know, they go and have to save somebody. It's like the Death Star could easily be. You know, there's three of them. One's a prisoner, and two are effectively stormtroopers. The total Star Wars vibes. You know?
Do they have to go across an ocean? Do they get a little one-eyed coin?
No, I'm talking about A New Hope, Star Wars vibes.
Oh, right, okay.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Good stuff.
So yeah, it was okay. You know, it's good for. I mean, Danny liked it and stuff. And it's good that these kind of films exist for older kids. You know.
Yeah.
Because they're quite edgy. Yeah. They're quite edgy as well, you know, and kids want to see something that's a wee bit more kind of edgy and a bit more adult, I suppose. Edgy and edgy. And
edgier. But the cast are good in it as well. There's the guy that's in Monsters.
I want to see that. Did you say you'd seen that? The Love and Monsters.
Yeah.
Is it good?
I thought it was really good. Yeah. Again, it's like a kind of, I would say it's kind of teen movie ish.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's good though. It's not, but it's like Maze Runner good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's good dialogue. Characters are believable. They don't do anything stupid. There's a lot of tropes in it. I mean, it's like somebody's gone to the shelf and gone like, okay, I need this character here, I need that, and you can see where all the sort of different characters come into it. But that's fine. I mean, that's what makes things relatable, because you know what these tropes are. Like, you know, there's the lone wolf and the cub. There's the hero himself who has to do the hero's journey, which he literally does. Dan Harmon's circle, like literally does Dan Harmon's hero's journey circle.
Yeah, I think that's going to be our well, it's not going to be our movie next week. Next week, our movie is going to be Netflix's new animation that's coming out, which is coming soon. It is. It is. Talk amongst yourselves.
What are you saying to Netflix? Netflix original?
The Mitchells versus the Machines. That's what we're going to watch next week.
Oh, okay.
Which is it's an animation by the people that made the Spider-Verse movie. So
okay,
we're really looking forward to that. I'm just looking at the coming soon things here.
Is that not Lord and Miller?
Yeah, well, it's not they directed it, but it's the actual creative team.
Dude. May 14th, Love, Death and Robots Season 2.
I know, I was going to say that to you.
Oh,
yes, please. Have you seen the trailer for it, no?
No, I haven't.
I watched the trailer for it. It looks terrific.
But I can see it just now. Also, Jupiter's Legacy. At long last, Netflix releasing the first title from the Miller World license that Netflix bought in 2017. Based on the graphic novel by Jupiter's Legacy is an epic superhero drama that spans decades and navigates the complex dynamics of family, power, and loyalty.
Yep. It's meant to be brilliant.
That looks good.
Mark Miller as well, he's fantastic. He did Kick-Ass and remember that one with Angelina Jolie and
yeah, that was pretty good. The Bending Bullet thing.
James McAvoy. Yeah.
Army of the Dead.
I'm just looking at that there. Is
that looks pretty good as well. Yeah.
It does.
21st.
It's a heist movie, but with a zombie.
But with zombies, yeah.
Background.
Yeah.
And a wee Son of Sam documentary as well there.
Yep.
Limited series for us. Hopefully with a few drone shots. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. So the animated one, that's the one we're going to be watching next week. The Mitchells versus the Machines. Looks pretty good. So then Evelyn fell asleep actually about an hour and 15 minutes into Maze Runner.
Oh,
She went to
okay.
bed. So me and Danny were just left watching it, and then he went to bed, and then I watched Charlie Brooker. Not Charlie Brooker. I keep calling him Charlie Brooker. Charlie Berman, friend of the show, your pal.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we should invite him on.
Should.
Extreme Frontiers.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
I've got Extreme Side
Have you
Ears.
heard of this show?
No.
Have you heard of this show?
Nope.
It's right up your street. Charlie Berman. It's about 10 years old.
What's on Amazon?
I think. On Amazon Prime. Yep.
Oh, it is.
And it's Canada as well.
Oh.
It's Canada. He's going right across Canada, east to west, and then down to the kind of southern part of Canada.
Not available in my location.
You're kidding?
Nope.
Oh God.
Oh no, wait.
It's brilliant. It's right up your street.
I'm in Prime Video. Let me go to Prime Video. And what's it called? Extreme
Frontiers.
Extreme
Starts
Frontiers.
Off Newfoundland, and then carries across to the west.
I'm adding it to my watch list as we speak. Extreme Frontiers Canada.
You'll love it. He
goes out in a boat.
He goes out in a fishing boat with these guys to get a bit of an iceberg so he can put it in his Jack Daniels. Great. That's the type of thing I love.
I started watching the Long Way movie TV shows because it's Ewan McGregor and he's famous Scottish person and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, Charlie Berman, that's John Berman's boy. And apparently they met in a movie once and became like besties and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, all right, I'll watch it because it's Ewan McGregor. But I really like Charlie. Like,
me too.
I think he's just a nice guy. He's just one of those kind of he's very laid back. I mean, there's obviously times where things get stressful and all that kind of stuff, and reality happens. But I mean, I think in general he's comes across as a very nice person, a nice genuine person.
I think we could all be friends.
I think we could, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for another couple of Scottish pals, Charlie.
Yeah. It's all about Canada. You'll love it. It's great.
Nice. I've got it on my watch list now.
Yeah. So I don't know how this came into kind of our orbit. Amazon Prime again. Flash Forward, it's called. This is an old show, and it's only one season. It never get repeated, and it's Joseph Fiennes in it. He's the main guy, and it's all about one day that in like I don't know if it's in the morning or afternoon, whatever. Right, everybody at the same time has a blackout for 2.5 minutes, and they all have a kind of flash forward, as they keep mentioning this flash forward in the show as well. In 6 months' time, where they are, what they're doing, and stuff. It's really good, man. They've thrown a bit of money at it as well, and it looks really good, and it's really intriguing, and we're really enjoying it.
I've heard of this,
but it's only one season, so I don't know if it's wrapped up, or it's one of these ones that gets cancelled, and you're like, damn it, what happened?
Is this from Bad Robot? Oh, it's HBO Entertainment, and it was done through ABC.
Yeah, it's 2011. Is that right?
Brandon Braga. There you go. There's a name for you. He's a Star Trek guy. It was, holy crap, it came out like 10, 11 years ago. Yeah, actually, 12 years ago, 2009. It came out. Oof.
Really, really good though. Really enjoying it. Falcon Winter Soldier spoke about. Mank, I watched 20 minutes of and then gave up because I was like, what the hell's going on here? Looks great, and I'm sure there's something I'm missing.
Yeah.
because I'm a bit stupid. But it didn't grab me at all.
So was it like the Darryl O'Brien thing? It was like, nope, I don't think you're understanding the core subtext here. The video just stopped playing. You're like, oh.
I just didn't get it. So there was that. But it looked great and stuff. I do love David Fincher, so I don't know. It must be me. I'm missing something. But you kind of said that as well, didn't you? You didn't quite.
I think you lasted longer than I did. I think I got maybe 10 minutes into it, and I'm like, what is this? I can't do this.
Yeah,
it felt very circle jerky to me, to be quite frank and honest.
It felt like a kind of in joke, the Hollywood, not joke, but a kind of in,
inside baseball is the phrase you're looking for, and that's the phrase I want as well. Yeah, inside baseball. It's all unless you're in that milieu, you don't know about it's basically just a whole bunch of people going and doing the old wink. It's like,
that's what I felt.
Dude, I don't get time for this. I'm not in Hollywood.
That's what I felt.
Yeah, it felt like that to me as well.
Yeah,
hit the nail right in the head. Yep.
I've written Days Gone. Days Gone. Oh,
I think that was just in general.
the game, Days Gone. I had Days Gone before when I had the PlayStation streaming service, and I downloaded it, and I cancelled the streaming service. But this month's free game on the PlayStation Plus was Days Gone. So I thought I'll download it again and finish it. So great game, really good.
Cool.
That's a kind of zombie thing again. Really, really good game.
Yeah. Nice.
And I watched a movie called Nobody.
With Bob Odenkirk.
Yes. Yeah,
is that good?
Yeah, it's really good.
It keeps getting advertised on Prime Video. I don't know if it's
you'd like it. It's his dad.
Oh no, I've seen the trailers.
His dad is Christopher Lloyd as well.
Okay,
he's great in it as well. And it's all about this kind of ordinary guy. He's like, through his life.
Yeah.
Every day is like Groundhog Day. Goes to his work. Comes home, has his dinner, goes to sleep, goes to his work, does it, blah blah blah. But he's actually secretly, I'm not giving anything away here. He's actually secretly like
to be honest, I think it gives it away in the trailer. Like he's like ex-CIA or something. It's fairly obvious in the trailer that he's it's the same as Red.
yeah.
The movie with Bruce Willis. Yeah, I like the second one as well. Yeah. Both good movies. Yeah, John Malkovich plays the crazy ex-CIA guy.
Yeah.
He's really good.
That was really good, that movie.
Yeah. Brian Cox is in it as well. He plays the Russian guy.
Aye. Well, it's that kind of thing. It's the people that made John Wick.
Yes. Yeah.
And I really like Bob Odenkirk. I think he's really good. And
he's great in Fargo as well. He played the chief in the first season of Fargo.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
That must be the first time I ever saw him.
No, you must have seen him. He used to. Do you remember he played a talk show host years and years ago?
No.
Like a fake talk show host. Bob Odenkirk.
He's done a lot of good stuff, though.
Oh yeah.
So you're talking about the TV series of Fargo?
Yes, Saturday Night Live. No, it wasn't. Definitely wasn't Saturday Night Live. Ben Stiller, Jackie Thomas show. It's a show.
It's very violent, though. It's very violent. Violent movie. He gets caught up with these Russian kind of gangster types. And it becomes a kind of they're coming after his family type thing, and it's really good. It's really good, very enjoyable.
Cool.
And you it's right up your street. You'd really like it.
Yeah, no, I there's a big banner that comes up on Prime, because we've got a Fire Stick, so it's the first thing you see on Prime is like all the Prime stuff. And it says nobody, and it says learn more, and you click on learn more, and it just shows you the trailer. It doesn't do anything else. It's like, I want to know where this movie is, and I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I'm looking on just now and I don't know where it is.
They're a wee bit more expensive, these ones, because they're out in the cinema as well in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good one.
Yeah. Cool.
Very enjoyable.
Well, I started watching a bit of those Oat Studios Volume 1 things. It's it's the exact same ones. It's the ones that he released on YouTube.
I realised that after getting dead excited. So I was like,
but it's not new.
I watched a little bit. Yeah. Still good though. That's what got him.
Yeah.
District 9 and stuff.
Yeah. We so every week we get a new episode of The Circle, so it's like 4 episodes I think every week.
Your big brother.
I'm watching that. Oh my god! I genuinely, so the first time I saw this was last year, The Circle, the first season when it came out, and I was blown away. Like, I don't like reality shows. In fact, I detest them. I think it's like lowbrow, just garbage, filler material, because it's basically you manufacture a situation, get people to act over the top, and that's entertainment. It's as far as I'm concerned, it's reality TV is way down here, and then further down from that is Gogglebox. Those two things I cannot stand.
I like Gogglebox.
Oh, everyone likes Gogglebox in the UK. I don't know what it is. It's like you guys have been brainwashed or something. Anyway, so it's like podcast, but it's televised. You know, it's just two people talking to each other about movies they've seen.
Exactly. What's not to like?
Anyway, so we watched The Circle. It is better than season 1. It's so good.
I'm amazed that you're watching something like this. I'm surprised.
So am I. It's not something I want to watch, but it's like it's people texting each other, and you're watching people text each other.
So this is the one that they're in a kind of flat or in flats
in Manchester,
and they're pretending to be. Oh, so it's the British one you're watching?
No, it's like Wipeout. So you know the TV show Wipeout. There's only one set of Wipeout. So there's Wipeout US, there's Wipeout Britain, there's all that kind of stuff. They all fly them to Argentina where the show's filmed. Yeah, and then they do it there, and then they fly them all back. It's the exact same thing except it's Manchester and England. So the US one, the French one, the British one, all that kind of stuff, all fly to Manchester.
It's the same.
Oh, is it?
It's Australia. Yeah, it's the same camp.
Okay. Well, they don't really make it obvious though that Wipeout isn't filmed in Britain though. Whereas they do make it obvious that it's Australia, it's the Bush Tucker trials. So anyway, so they fly them all into Manchester and they sit them in separate apartments, and then they've got this TV that sits there and it's got The Circle on all the time. And there's cameras everywhere, and they say, "Circle, open a private chat with such and such."
Aye, but wait a minute. Let's explain what
dictate this to them.
Wait a minute. So let's explain what the TV show's about. It's basically these individuals, but they create profiles, and it can be their real name or
they can be a catfish,
fake. It can be a catfish as well.
Yeah,
and they're trying to kind of befriend.
You're trying to befriend people, but also because at the end of every show you get ranked, like who's the best friend kind of thing. So your ranking is based on how honest you are, or like if people don't like your face or whatever. Well, they tend not to go by what you look like, for obvious reasons, because you don't know who it could be. Like Lance Bass is in this season. Lance Bass from NSYNC.
No idea.
It's not him. It's his PA. Anyway,
no idea.
So they've all got a role to play. Anyway, so the idea is that you make it through to the end of The Circle, you win $100,000. That's what the prize money is. So you have to befriend people and make alliances and all that kind of stuff. But you can only do it through text messages. You can't do it through anything else. And so that's why people don't know who you are. Because when I first heard the premise, I'm like, oh, folk will know who your voice is. But it's like, no, everything's through text message.
Yeah.
So it's very, very clever. And it's the perfect thing for the pandemic because no one can get out. That's why it worked for season 1. But they brought it back for season 2 and it works just as well as it did for season 1. It's great.
All right.
Anyway,
nice.
Good stuff. Obviously, we watched the Winter Soldier. Movie-wise, we obviously our Friday night as well. So we sat down and we started The Spirit, which is Frank Miller's adaptation with Samuel L. Jackson, Eva Mendes, and some guy playing the Spirit I've never heard of. We got 10 minutes in, and Anne-Marie said, "This isn't the prologue." And I went, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "I thought it was just going to be a cartoon for the first 5 minutes, and then it was going to be like a normal movie." And I went, "No, this is it for the whole movie." She goes, "I'm done." So that was it. 10 minutes in. I, however, finished it later on.
Oh, you did finish it. All right.
I finished it.
Oh, good.
I did not like it.
No. I mean,
it is not.
It's
good.
A shame actually, because remember we used to have The Spirit. We had a book. Remember we had
Will Eisner.
It was it was like a novel though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was the shape of a novel, but it was an actual comic book.
Yeah, it was like hand drawn, but it was kind of like because we used to buy all those books from like Mad Magazine and things, and it was just be reprints of, but it was all done in a novel size book. They were great.
I loved that book.
Yeah, it was great. I loved that book as well.
Loved his style, Eisner's style.
Yeah.
But Frank Miller is not a director. I mean, he did Sin City with Robert Rodriguez, which was brilliant. But obviously, Robert Rodriguez was the man on that.
Yeah.
And Frank Miller sort of helped out.
I think he did the sort of look of it, which I think Frank Miller's great at doing.
Oh man,
it looked fantastic. But the whole movie was just overacted.
It just
I know what
tried
we're
to
going
do the same
for,
thing
but
again, but it just didn't work. Yeah.
No, didn't work.
It's a shame. Yeah.
I didn't like it. I finished it, but I didn't like it. But anyway, so we get 10 minutes into that, and Anime like, I don't want to do this. And so we went onto Netflix, and the banner on there was Jiu-Jitsu starring Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage!
Jiu-Jitsu starring Nicolas Cage?
I'm in. Which is what I was thinking.
I'm in as well.
We fire it up. Starts off the guy running through the jungle. We're like, okay. Being chased by an invisible man.
Brilliant.
Things getting thrown. And I'm like, this might be quite good. Predator. And then he falls into the water. He jumps off the cliff after being hit by one of these things, falls into the water, and then the thing starts. And there's a meteor heading towards Earth. But it does this thing where the meteor's coming in like that, and then all of a sudden it kind of jumps like that.
Right.
And I'm like, that was a weird edit. Like, it's a bad edit. Like, it's just a bad edit. It's just like, oh, it's not going fast enough. Oh, crap. We need to speed this up. Well, I'll just do that. And then it cuts to an army base on the outside of town. And then it cuts back to this. It cuts this like river thing, and there's these two fishermen on board. So there's all these like weird cuts. So it cuts to the fishermen on board, and they see a guy floating face up, because people float face up. Nobody ever floats face up. Anyways, he's floating face up.
Dead.
And the guy that fell off the cliff. So the two fishermen help him in. One of the fishermen is Nicolas Cage. And that's the last you see of him.
What?
For the 20 minutes that we watched the movie. Because Anime went, I'm not watching this.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm telling you.
Seriously?
Honestly, it is the worst movie. So it's Maria, and I can never pronounce
so that's the last you saw of Nicolas Cage. That's not the last you see of him.
I'm assuming he turns up later on as some sensei guy, because it's all karate and all, because jiu-jitsu, I guess. Anyway, so the guy, The guy gets taken to the
wait a
army
minute,
base,
though.
where
Wait a minute,
Crabman
though.
is the translator.
Wait a minute. You should know now by now, though, that some of Nicolas Cage's worst movies are his best movies.
Jody, this is not one of his best movies.
They are.
No,
They are.
no. This is
He's never done
this
a bad
is
movie.
you know those Asylum movies. You know the Asylum, those guys that make like Battleship and Atlantic Rim and all those kind of movies.
Oh yeah,
It's worse than that, because what somebody's tried to do is I know you want to see it now, but what somebody's tried to do is they've tried to make a jiu-jitsu version of Hardcore Henry.
All right, I never saw Hardcore Henry. It never appealed to me.
I watched it. It was terrible, and this is worse. But it's one of those. It's like just this thing that you shouldn't watch because it's bad.
Nick Cage is in it.
Is he though? I'm not convinced he is.
Did I tell you that I watched the Willy's Wonderland movie with Nicolas Cage in it? Did I tell you
I think you did, yeah.
Did we talk about it? And it's like a kind of Five Nights at Freddy movie. Where he does not utter a single word in that movie. And
not on Prime.
And I love Nick Cage. I love him. But it didn't do it for me, that one.
No.
It didn't do it for me. No.
I can't imagine, no. So anyway, we gave up on that. We ended up watching a couple of episodes of American Gods instead, which is very good.
Good choice. That was very good.
It's very, very good. So Shadow Moon was in it. I really like Ian McShane's Mr. Wednesday character.
He's brilliant, isn't he? I love him.
He's so good.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
He's great at everything.
Yeah. What's her face in it? Gwyneth Paltrow's mum's in it in this season as well. She plays Demeter, sorry. And
is it season 3 we're on now? What are we on?
Yeah, season 3. Third and final season, I think it is.
Neil Gaiman.
Yep. And it's very, very good. Emily Browning's in it as well. Yeah, just excellent. Excellent stuff all around. And that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was watching. Oh, and I did start watching, but I haven't finished Alita Battle Angel as well.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's okay. I'm not disliking it. I mean, I'm intrigued. It's one of those ones where it's like found on garbage heap, bring back to life. They've obviously got a dark secret. It's going to clearly unite the people, and there's this kind of Elysium type city above them.
That's right.
And so it's going to, do the same thing that Elysium does. I'm assuming it's actually going to play out exactly like that.
So, Elysium was a surprisingly good film actually.
I did not like it the first time I watched it. And then I saw it again about 2 years after. I went to the IMAX to see it down in the front. I didn't like it, but I liked it the second time. And I've watched it since then, and I've watched it about 3 times. I think 3 maybe. Yeah, 3 times. And I've liked it since then. So yeah. I'm going to watch. I'm going to finish off Alita tonight, and then I'll watch it. We'll talk about it next week. But I didn't
the girl that plays the robot in that was in
Cyborg.
Maze Runner 3. I think she was in 2. She must have been in 2 as well. Because our friend John, God, what'd you call him? Oh God, the Breaking Bad dude, Carlo Esposito, or whatever he's called.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Aye. He was in the second one as well.
Yes, she was in Scorch Trials. She played Brenda.
Yes.
Rosa Salazar. Okay, and she's Canadian. And Christoph Waltz obviously plays Dr. Dyson Edo. Jennifer Connelly's in it.
I really enjoyed that film, Alita.
Rashata Ali is in it as well. He's good. He was oh God, what was his name? Cottonmouth? No, it's not Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth.
God, I'm butchering the bad guy's name now. Is it Cottonmouth? Answers below. It's the guy. He owns the club in Harlem. That I think it's in Luke Cage.
Luke Cage? I don't know. No idea.
That was a good show. I never watched the
Was it?
second season. We kind of trailed off from watching these things. But we should actually go back and watch Daredevil. Well, we still can. Season 3.
Aye, I've heard that's good. Yeah. I know.
We've watched the first 2 seasons. Well, do you know what killed off the Marvel universe and Netflix for us? Iron Fist. Iron Fist. It was just bad. I just didn't like it at all. And then that was kind of like.
Are those shows on Disney Plus now?
No, I think they're still on.
I
think they're still on Netflix.
Are they? What's the one? Agent Carter. Yeah, that was meant to be good as well, wasn't it?
That's on Disney Plus.
Oh, is that right?
My Octopus Teacher.
I'll try and start watching that. Well, that's a good thing. I've spoken to that before.
Yeah, Daredevil's, Defenders, Punisher, Jessica Jones, they're all there.
All right, cool. Jessica Jones, that's the one as well.
Yeah, that was good. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Are they there?
Could you be there?
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
Cape Fear.
Oh, no, they are there. Okay, that's fine.
They're there.
They're there. They're there. Oof.
They're there.
Anywho, I think that's us. We don't have anything else to do. We did it neatly. It was almost an hour. Who knew? Anyway, if you got this far, smash the like button for us, please. Please, that'd be great. Share as well and subscribe, because if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you get timely reminders of when we put up a new episode of the podcast, and also our reaction videos for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which the last one is tomorrow night. So stay tuned for that. And we'll dissect the finale of that episode. But yeah, that's about all we've got time for. Jody, is there anything you want to bring up, talk about? Or?
And don't forget our memes as well. Our memes.
Yes, we put memes up every Thursday as well. So yeah, without further
ado, you should really post them up on Instagram.
I should. Maybe I'll do it after. Maybe I'll do that to advertise that after this season.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that'll do it for us. Catch you the next one. Thank you all for watching or listening if you're on the podcast. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.